Hi guys, good to have you back. Thanks for tuning in. I was just warming up with a couple of log lifts, getting ready for the Atlas stones. I've made an Atlas stone that's just perfect for me. So, just to run you through what I tried to do, I bought a big rubber ball. It's 1.4 meters around, and I thought I would blow it up. I'd put paper mache around the outside, you know, paper mache where you use a water-based glue and some newspaper, and then cut a hole in it and then fill it full of cement. Well, I got a quarter of the way through and the cement ripped through the whole lot, so that didn't work. So don't do that. So then I got a smaller ball like this, and I thought, yeah, that's about the weight of an Atlas stone. That should be good. And instead of doing the water-based glue, I did a contact cement, fast drying, you know, the instant stuff. Use it to make shoes and stuff like that. It glues rubber. So I used that, and then I used canvas strips like this, and I stuck them around the ball all the way around, and I cut a hole in the top, started filling it full of cement. First thing that happened was the bottom went flat, and the second thing that happened, it ripped through the sides again. It just rips through even this. So that idea went out. Third idea, I bought a hanging basket. Sorry, fourth idea. Third idea, I got really lazy. I dug a hole in the ground, bigger than that, a hole in the ground. Just dug it, put plastic sheet into the hole, and then I got half of this. So that's two halves. I got half of that. So if you imagine that is that in concrete. When I got it out, then while it was still wet, I put 4 bolts into it. So the bolts would stick up about this high and go about that far in. Then I filled the hole full of concrete again. This half, which is half of that, I shoved on top and waited it to dry, and that's what came out. It's not very round, it's pretty hard to work with, and it's 82 kilos, 82.25 kilos, which is about half of what an Atlas stone is, 160. Tom Stoltman will tell you, he's the champion back in 2021, beat Brian Shaw, which is an amazing feat in itself. He was lifting 160, so I thought, well, half that weight, surely I could lift it. I can't even get it off the ground. So that gives you an idea of just how strong the strong man really is. So then I brought these down at I guess you can get them at a nursery. I got them from the
hardware store?
Hardware store, yeah. Plant section of the hardware store. So I took that out, took the chain off, wrapped it full of plastic. That's that glue that I was telling you about down here. Wrapped it full of plastic on the inside. Then I put the leftover canvas on the outside, and I just put it on the ground, filled it full of concrete, put 4 bolts in it again. So thanks to the magic of television, I magically appeared 4 bolts. So that's wet concrete in there, wet premix, and I put them halfway in. 4. Don't put them too close to the outside, they'll crack out. No use putting them in the center because you'll only get 1. So 4 around there, half in, half out. So when it's dried, that bolt will be solid in there like that. Then you make another one and tip it, the one you've made, on top. So the bolts go into the new concrete and you've got 2 halves. That's this one here.
So you filled the second half with cement and then tip it?
then tip your top on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I used, just some premix. Mix it with water and a bucket, whatever you like. I've done that in previous videos. Video 3 or 4. If you have a look back, I'll show you where I made these weights here. And it's the same process, just using a mold, filling them full of cement. It'll be exactly the same process. So then I had to cut it out of the mold. And that's the plastic that it was sitting on. Had to cut it out because it got really tight in the mold. And I ended up with this. This one here, which is a little bit more my style. It's 39 and a little bit. So depending on the weather, because they absorb moisture in wet times, I'm just calling that one 40 and that one 80. That one there I can roll around the yard. I can't even lift it. So it gives you some idea of how strong a strongman really is, that's twice the weight of that, and they're lifting it up here like this. I had to go at this one earlier and I can't even lift it up there, so I don't know whether it's worth embarrassing myself. Next week we're going to be doing workout with this stone, so I've got a whole week to do some practice, I guess. But you guys have got a week if you want to make your stone. The hole in the ground technique, that's the fastest and easiest, because you don't need a mold, you don't need to do anything, you just need to buy a little bit of plastic that you probably have, or a piece of tarp, whatever. And if you're going to make 80 kilos, then you need 4 of those bags. If you're going to make it smaller, which I recommend, I would recommend don't make it any more than 40 kilos, which is 2 of these bags. So that's that size hole if you wanted to dig a hole. Or get these hanging baskets. The hanging baskets were about $5 or $6, and that's a great mold. So there's my 40 kilo stone. It's just slightly under, but 40 kilo stone, and that's my shelf for putting it on. I made them out of pallets that I found at a yard for free. So again, guys, don't waste your money. This is all outside stuff, and the reason I'm doing this, just to let you know, is that at my age, or any age, your stability muscles are really, really important. And working out at a gym, if you're at Planet Fitness or your World Gym or Atlas Fitness or whatever you want, wherever you've got your membership, I guarantee everything you do, you're doing sitting on a seat, you're laying on a bench, you're curling, standing up, whatever you're doing, your stability muscles aren't getting used, which is why when you get older, my age and older, your stability muscles are the ones that give up. So you fall over and slip while you're in the shower. You fall over when you get into the car. They're your stability muscles that are letting you down. And the things like the Atlas stone, you're not sitting on a seat and doing it. You're not laying on a bench. It's just you and the stone, and you have to wrestle that stone up, which means you're using every muscle in your body to do it. So if you're 15, 16, and you're training with your mates at the gym, and you make one of these Atlas stones at home, 10, 15 kilo stone, and you start heaving it around in your backyard, I guarantee you, you're going to be way stronger and bigger than all your mates training at the gym, because you're building stability muscles, and those stability muscles are going to help you. Even at the gym, when you're sitting in a machine doing a overhead press or a bench press, all those stability muscles that you've built with the stone and the log press, like the strongmen do, that's what's really going to get you going through. I tell you that, and that's from 40 years of experience. Way over that. 1980 was my first workout, so it's a long time ago. Get yourself a stone, make it, or even if you can't make it, even like a block, anything like that, just to start with. I recommend you start with like 10 kilos. That's round 40, and it's way too heavy for me. Make yourself a log. And I just noticed on the YouTube this week, and I was watching it, they're saying that the strongman is dying, that no longer people want to watch or do strongman events. And I recommend to you, every one of you guys, there were 600 people who watched this, my last video. So if I get 600 again, we've got 600 people watching this. And if you guys can just watch strongman events and start training those things at home, that's going to pick it back up, because that's where bodybuilding had its start. And if strongman dies, then bodybuilding's going to die. So we've all got to stick together. So just to prove to you that I can't lift it, I'll have a go. My wife will probably have to get over to here with the camera. I'll have a go, but I can't lift it onto there. And this is only 40 kilos, you know. It's not even a big bench press, 40 kilos. What's that? 88 pounds. There you go. Woo! The winner of the world's strongest chicken yard.
Well done.
I couldn't do it earlier, but because I got a camera on me, I guess I could. So, cheers to you guys. 600 views last week. If we can get 600 views again, like, subscribe, share.